All right, back in the van. Weekend before July 4th. We're getting these seats out today one way or another. I brought an electric ratchet. Brought pretty much every size attachment that I could find from work. So hopefully that will we'll be able to put the TP55 tip on it and get these seats out of here. That's all I want to do today. Make sure I get the seats out of here. Once I get the seats out, if I have enough time, I will be ripping the rubber flooring, all this out, and then getting this radio out as well, and then doing an actual full clean of the van. Don't have an angle grinder with me right now. Didn't grab that from work, but I'm planning to come back midweek and angle grind that one piece of the seatbelt off, since the tip is broken off in it. And then from there, maybe this week we'll get the rusts worked out on the interior, and hopefully get some truck bed lining after that to spray down in here, just to help prevent rust in the future. Also, tiniest bit of insulation with it as well. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get these seats out now, so hopefully this goes well, but we'll see. Fucker, bro. God damn it. Alright, it's just underneath the van. Trying to find where these bolts go to. And while I was under there, there's like a small rust hole just on the like the outer edge of the frame underneath. And I was looking at it. I was like, what is that? And I found a bit somebody must have dropped in there at some point that fits perfectly on the bolts at the back of the seat. So now I know what size I need for that, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, I mean, this thing is so old, but it'll be helpful. Found two helpful things in the van so far: that bungee cord and now this. Pretty sweet, but I don't think this ratchet's gonna work, unfortunately. So plan for today might be chalked already. 5 minutes into it, we'll see. Great news. This first one is moving. Let's try this one. This one's definitely gonna end up being painful when I jam my fingers into there, but let's see. I think the hardest part about doing these is keeping the ratchet straight. I think that's why I snapped off the one for the seat belts last week. Just because I wasn't keeping it straight enough. It broke off at an angle, so I'm gonna work on this a little bit more off camera and see if I can't get it to start coming out, because this is huge. I've been spraying shit on it for like 20 minutes trying to get it off. So this is a good start. And yeah, maybe plans back on for today. That'd be sick. Holy shit. Yup. Let's go. Got them out. Got the front bolts out. They are right here. Took a lot of work. But I think I have the method down now. So hopefully this other side will go a little bit quicker, and then we have to move on to the actual the nuts that are holding it in on the back side. But I feel good. I think we can do this today for sure. And that makes me really, really happy, because I was very worried that this was going to end up being like last week, just gonna have to chalk it up and not end up really doing anything on the van. Time's running out. I don't want to rush myself doing this, since it's the first time I'm doing this, and I want to really enjoy it, but at the same time I do need to get this thing done by the first week of September, so time is of the essence. Fucking hell. Ow, fuck. There's gonna fucking be a better way. Oh, fuck. All right. Got the all the front, I guess you would call them nuts. Got all the front nuts out, or bolts, I mean. Now I'm just taking the nuts off the back of the seats. So 2 of them per. Started out just trying to use this thing with a, what size, 19 head, and it worked. It was a little bit of finagling it around, but it did work. So I am going to get all these out, and then seats can come off. I'm sure something will go wrong between now and then, and I will be back. But yeah, let's get the rest of these off, and first task of the day will be completed. All right, let's take these things out of here. Oh, you fucking bitch. Ah. Okay. Here it goes. Okay. Let's go. One seat out. Time to do the passenger side. Seats are officially out of the van. Thank God. And so you guys can see how much room we have in here right now, which is nothing. I mean, it's incredibly messy. Now I actually have to clean this stuff out. I kind of did last week. I just cleaned it up. I just put it in a pile, but now I got to actually take it out so that I can take the rubber flooring out of the front and get a really, really good sweep and vacuum out of here. And then, yeah, we'll see how much extra time I have. Might take that center console out, mainly for cleaning, but also kind of just to see what's behind it. I think it's probably just a lot of electronics and shit. And yeah, but wow. That was definitely the hardest thing that I've done so far. And yeah, still all these seat belts just staring at me. I wish that I had the right bit, but she's broken, so fuck it. I mean, I might try again in a little bit, we'll see, but I don't know. For now, I'm gonna focus on cleaning out and ripping that rubber up. Yeah. All right, got the van cleaned out more than it's been the entire time I've had it. Really nice to look at the entire shell with nothing in here except seat belts, unfortunately. Yeah, makes me really excited to actually start building shit soon, but I'm gonna work on getting this stuff out. Looks like it'll rip up pretty easy. And then once I've done that, vacuum, dust, well, not dust, vacuum, sweep all this stuff out again. And then, yeah, we'll figure out what we're doing after that once I'm done, because I think it might take a little bit, so time to get to it. carpet is out. There it is right there. It smells fucking disgusting. And may haven't. I mean, this is definitely something we're gonna have to do something about, but like, it's a lot of rust. There's also a hole right here. The wires are, which I don't really love. This is all just wiring that I picked up out of there. Connects to like the main box, whatever the fuck that thing does, probably for the airbags. And then was also connected to the radio. But yeah, I mean, it's really dirty. The rust isn't quite as bad on the passenger side, which I suppose is good. But I mean, this is bad. Like, that's a lot of rust. All right, been looking at the rust for a little bit. It is a lot of rust. It is not ideal, but I mean, it's already there. What can you do, you know? So, I mean, I was already gonna use truck bed liner out of like a spray can for the rest of the van. So now I'm planning on doing it the whole way up. So it'll be on all the metal. So it'll go all the way up into there. And then same thing on this side. And I think that's probably the best solution. I'm gonna do a lot more research the next few days to figure out kind of what I should do to prep it for the truck bed liner. Because right now I know the truck bed liner is good, but I don't know exactly what to do to make it worth doing, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna vacuum now and sweep all this stuff out, and then we'll have a fully clean slate. Probably take out the center console after that, just for shits and giggles. Yeah, let's do it. All right, all done for today. Spent probably 6 hours off and on. Got the seats out, got it really cleaned up, honestly pretty well. Vacuum definitely helped a lot. Like, it's actually silver in there now. I know it still looks a little bit dirty, but there's some dirt that is just never going to come out. Through here, on the other side, you can see, I mean, again, silver. That was completely brown. So we know what we're looking at now in terms of a full scale of everything, right? Like, It's so sweet that it's all empty now. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna look into rust prevention and what I should do to prep for that. And then I'm gonna probably take a few measurements and maybe draw up some plans. I have a few different ideas of what I might do still, and it's probably going to be some trial and error, which is fine. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of this, is trial and error. So if nothing else, if I don't do the rust stuff before I put this episode out, I will at least draw up some sort of plans to give you guys kind of a general idea of what I'm thinking. And then we'll go from there, I guess. So yeah, super successful day. I'm really, really happy with how it went. Wish that I could get these seat belts out. I tried again on that one and bent the T47 bit that I have, so that's sweet. Didn't break it off, but it is very, very bent now. So other than that, great day. And yeah, I'll see you later in the video, I guess. All right, I have some general plans drawn up. They're somewhat to scale, I think. Not really 100% sure that I did this right. Just looking at it, it looks kind of off, but it'll be able to give you guys a general idea of what I'm looking to do. And obviously execution is going to be a different story that we'll get to in a few weeks, hopefully. Hopefully no later than August, but we'll see. That rust that was under the driver's seat might be an issue, but we're figuring out how to address that right now. So this is what I have as of right now. So just kind of generally looking at this, bed side to side in the back. I was originally thinking going long ways, but God damn it. All right, there you go. Once I actually kind of drew it out, I realized that the step was going to cause the bed to overhang like pretty deep into there, and pushing it to this side is not really an option because of the HVAC that's in the back corner, which I didn't factor into this either, which that'll have to be taken into account in the future. Gonna definitely make the bedding situation a little bit strange, but I think the way that I'm gonna remedy that is by taking the bed, shifting it forward so that it's in front of the HVAC unit. It'll make there be kind of a weird gap at the back here, but I mean, what can you do? But anyways, running along the driver's side wall, we are going to hopefully be installing a spot for a cooler. I'm not really too concerned about trying to get a fridge at the moment, just because I'm only planning on using this for smaller trips right now. So I think that will be more effective, especially from a cost perspective, and also just from like saving a battery bank perspective, since I don't know for sure that I'm going to wire one into the car battery yet. I might just charge it as we're driving and then store it in this battery box, if nothing else. If I do install a battery on its own switch and everything that charges while we drive, and then use it to run LED lighting and things like that, it will go in this battery box as well. I'm thinking one of two options for this is either the battery box is going to have a pad on top of it that will make it a chair, or it will be, I'll build like essentially just countertop over top of it that has additional storage for maybe just electronic stuff over top of the battery, that has some venting on the front of it, and then cable will be run back here if we're running a fan, which will probably be somewhere in this general area. On this side, whether the bed is pushed forward to be met up like right at where this step is, or if it's pushed back, this is still where I'm going to put my water storage. I'm doing this because I don't want to carry I don't want to make a sink system. I haven't heard too many great things about them, especially if you're doing like a very primitive build. I don't really think it's worth it because you have to deal with gray water and all that stuff, where to dump it, that kind of thing. So instead, I'm gonna get one of those probably blue plastic jugs that has a little twist knob on the front of it, and by putting the water storage here, it will allow me to kind of just hook a bungee cord through it, and then when you're getting water, it'll empty onto this plastic plate, the plastic step that's right there, which won't cause any rust or anything like that, which is going to be great. But yeah, so this is the current plan. This is the first concept. I'm positive that it will change between now and when I actually build it. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys kind of the general idea of what we're looking at. In terms of framing, this is the last thing I will mention. I'm planning, if I build a sideways bed, I think that this like H sort of framing will work great. It'll allow me to have some pretty tight spaces for storage, but it'll also allow me to really block storage up into different areas, and it'll give me enough support as well. I'm somewhat worried about the weight that might carry, but again, we'll get to that when we get to it. The other option is I build something kind of in that H formation that's not necessarily like modular, and instead is like strictly 2x4s. But this sort of H thing could allow me to kind of lock it into the wheel wells and then be able to just lift it, take it out whenever I want to take it out for whatever reason I need to take it out, whether that's cleaning, whether that's selling the van in the future if somebody would like to build their own bed frame or something like that. I don't know. But building a frame that doesn't necessarily need to be permanent could be a really good idea. And yeah, we'll see how that idea evolves as well. But thank you guys for watching. Next week should be an interesting video. We'll hopefully have an answer to all the rust problems that we currently have. And yeah, check back in next week for that. Should be good. Could be a disaster. But we'll see. See ya.